Okay, so I forgot what I was talking about. Totally forgot. Benchmark. Okay, the essay. All right, so the essay this time is challenging. So one of the most challenging. So let me give you a hint that on the year that this was on the test, one of the things that people did was they used the passages that were in the example, like in the rest of the test, as their examples for the essay. Like they couldn't think of any examples, so they used the passage to be the essay examples. So that's a good idea. Not if you're writing the essay first, though. So I don't know. Some of you can finish the whole thing in 3 hours. So I mean, in 1.5 hours. So
What's the prompt?
I can't tell you that.
You sure?
Yep. I don't even know what year it was, or I'd tell you that, but
Can you write it down and read it? So you
no.
didn't
All right, so in addition, you're going to be working on Anthem. So you have Anthem to read. Even after you finish the benchmark that day, you could read. Might not, but you can. And it's due, the first set of questions are due on Monday the 9th. Everybody see that? The green thing? Okay. So then your second set of questions are due on what day?
Benchmark day.
The 13th, right. The day that everything, there's a whole bunch of stickers. I couldn't fit them all. All right, and then you have this other thing, one last thing, page 5 of the packet. It's due on the 17th. What else is on the 17th?
Photo something.
Timed writing.
Okay, so you're going to do the timed writing over the photography project, which we're going to go over at the end of class. So most of next week, so the 9th and the 11th, you're doing your photo presentations. You probably can't all fit in one day. We can't get all of yours done in one day. So we need 2 days. How do you know if you're going to be on the 9th or the 11th? You don't. So what day should you be ready?
The 9th.
Okay.
Technically the 8th, but
The way this is going to work is that the 9th, I'm gonna present something at the beginning of class, and so I'll stand up here and be like, "This is how you do it." You know, it doesn't have to be that formal. Be sure you gesture and make eye contact and all that kind of stuff.
Are we gonna have those signs?
Signs?
Like the gestures?
Oh yes, and we'll have signs. So we'll go through. I'll present a picture that I just picked out Sunday night and do that, which is probably what you're gonna do too, right? So, on Monday, I'll ask for volunteers after I go. And if I were you, I would volunteer, but to go first. And then after that, I'll just draw your name out of a bowl. So if you, were hoping to get to go on the 11th, I can't guarantee that unless a whole bunch of other people volunteer ahead of you. I have had classes where everybody volunteered in like, I want to go first, second, third, fourth. And so I never had to draw a name, but that's rare. So anyway, we have 2 days for presentations. If for some reason we finish them early, then we may just finish the benchmark and sit around and stare at each other or play games on the 13th.
Really?
If we finished early, yeah. Okay, so on the timed writing, which is the 17th, if for some reason you're gonna miss it, if you miss it, my expectation is that on the 18th, 19th, or 20th, when you're sitting around in some class where you don't really have to take the exam and you have to be here and grumble, that you come down here and take the timed writing. So that by the 20th, everybody should be done with that. There's also going to be extra credit, which I'm going to assign to you on the 9th. And there is also, it'll replace your lowest major grade. And there is also a review for the exam. I'll tell you now what it is. It's 15 multiple choice questions. They're 3 points apiece. 3 of them are which one's logos, pathos, and ethos. 6 are from Anthem, 6 are from Animal Farm. There's a passage where you have to highlight, like it's a speech. There's a speech, and it's like 1 page. And you have to highlight parallel structure, logos, pathos, ethos, and illusion. It's a Colin Powell speech. And then you have to write an essay. It's like a star essay, has a picture of Santa Claus on it to help you out. It's like not hard. So if you decide you wanna do it, they're all somewhere between 40 and 50 points, the parts. Yeah, that doesn't work out mathematically, just trust me, it works out. Anyway, we'll give you a review. So, 3 weeks,
Is the extra credit another essay?
it is.
Mm.
Okay, so let's talk about this right here. So, major grade and daily grade. I heard some of you trying to rough that out before class. So, these are all the grades you're gonna have at the 9 weeks. The red checks are the ones that are already in the grade book. So, luckily, these two you've also done, they're just not in the grade book yet. Some of you made 100 on the essay. Some of you made a 46 too, so. Yeah. I think so. So, for some of you, remember that the reason that your grade is low right now is not that one thing, it is these things right here. So, keep in mind that you don't want that same thing to happen to you with Anthem down here.
But what's the one about, like, just, you have to read it, or is there a quiz or
You have to read it and answer some questions.
Oh, nice.
On our own time.
So, yes. The benchmark, that's what this is, benchmark times 2. We decided that we were gonna put it over here as a major grade, and we decided we'd put it over here as a daily grade, and there's a benefit to that, which is that we're gonna drop two lowest grades. 2. The problem with that is that if, let's just say for example, you have a 67, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 73, 73. Somebody following? I can drop this one and 100, or I can drop these 2. These are tied together, because in the grade book it's going to say 146 out of 200 if you have 73. Are you following me?
Yes.
Some of you are making confused faces. Okay.
Student ever gets his master's.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is a pair. This is a set. So, that's the only drawback. Any questions about that? This? If you want to take a picture of it, you can. Just so you can remember. If not, okay. All right. So on the day before the break, I had all this stuff up here at the front, and I asked you if you wanted to come and pick some of it up. And so we're gonna pause the video for a minute, and I'm gonna hand out things to people who don't have it yet.